Streaming is live.
It tells you that?
Yeah. We've been live for 7 seconds.
Sure. Alrighty. What'd you just do? What'd you do? Sorry. All right. Ready? I'm gonna hit. If you do join, we are going live for the College Football Podcast. Josh will be here in a minute. Bryson, shave.
I'm back. I'm clean shaved, ready to go, ready to roll, ready to roll, ready to roll.
All right. Hold on.
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
His team hasn't won a national championship since before he was even born.
Diggs gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby? Let's go. Come on.
Come back, hey.
I love college football.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the College Football Weekly Matchup. Josh has appeared all of a sudden with the Christmas. Look at the Christmas decorations behind you. Look at this setup right here. This dude's all Christmas setup. Probably got the best setup out of all of us anyway. But yeah, back for the College Football Weekly Matchup here. This is also going to be the NFL week. Well, there he goes again. All right, there he is. How you doing? Anyway, this is going to be the NFL Weekly Matchup as well. We're going to put it all in one this week since we're just going to recap some college football stuff. But obviously, had a good week of college football. I know I didn't, but Josh did. Going, roll.
Roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. But obviously, some people had a good week of college football. Some people didn't. But looking forward to the playoffs. Got some good games, got some good bowl games we'll get into later on. But this week, we're just going to recap, what happened, what not, give our thoughts. And then next week or the week, and whenever we decide to do it, before the bowl picks, we'll give our bowl picks, and we're going to do a ESPN bowl bracket.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But Bryson, how was your week of college football?
Great games. A lot of good games this past weekend. Top four, very interesting. I know there's people got a lot of opinions on the top four. I really enjoyed Friday night watching Oregon. That was a great game. But besides that, it was great football. But sadly, it's coming to an end. And what a finish for the top four. And roll Tide.
Josh, obviously, you're probably. You got to be the most excited out of all of us. It's Christmas time, and Christmas just keeps giving, don't it? Josh, how was your week?
Yeah, man, it was a good weekend of college football. Really surprised by the Washington-Oregon outcome. Washington really handled that game better than I thought they was. I don't think there was any doubt right from the kickoff in that game, like Washington was going to win that game. And then, the Florida State game was just The Michigan-Iowa game was easier to watch than the Florida State game, and that was surprising to me. But both of those games was hard to watch. And then, the SEC championship game, I was very surprised and pleased with the offensive and defensive line of Alabama and how they controlled the game on the line of scrimmage, which I think that was the difference, especially at the end.
Yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone saw it, but we'll talk a little bit about a couple games here. Alabama upset Georgia 27-24. I guess you call it upsetting, but you have to call it upset. Georgia was number one team. Haven't lost in a while. Washington defeating Oregon 34-31. Texas dominating Oklahoma State 49-21. Michigan shutting out Iowa. Florida State remaining undefeated 16-6. Against Louisville. Obviously, some great games there. Bryson, before we talk a little bit about the Final Four here, any takeaway from those games?
All great games. We got our little group chat we do, and Josh, I made a picture when y'all faced Texas when you do holding up the fingers, and when I made that picture, y'all lost. And I told Chris, me and him went out to lunch. I said, I made this picture. I was like, I wonder if Alabama was going to lose again. They didn't. So you broke the curse on that. Like I said, just great games. I was not impressed with Florida State. I think the committee did the right thing there. I agree and disagree with it a little bit. That Michigan game, I was expecting that. I thought Michigan was going to score a little bit more than 26, but they covered. But great games. Like I said, it just sucks it's coming to an end.
Yeah, like you said, good games. I really, what was I going to say? I really knew it was over when Georgia scored first. I said, Georgia scored first. It's not good. Not a good sign for us. Kind of knew it from there. But yeah, they haven't really scored first much this season. So, what can you do? Georgia's in it. Georgia lost. We'll see what happens next year with the 12-team playoff with the Dogs.
Well, did you see the on-field interview with Nick Saban at the end of the game?
Talking about him talking to Kirby.
No, he was on the field with the SEC Nation crew.
No, I didn't.
They asked him about the defense, and he said, "I think we played good after that first drive." He said that first drive, he said we were playing the odd gaps because we were trying to stop the run. He said after that first drive, he got with the coaches and told them to play 2 deep safety and 40 the rest of the game. He said we're going to just make them beat us with the run. He said he trusted that the front four could get enough pressure and block the gap. So he made an adjustment right there in the first quarter.
Well, one thing I want to say, too, a couple things. I felt like Georgia didn't make an adjustment. They weren't rushing nobody. The defense was getting tired. Were they rushing? They weren't rushing enough. I felt like, maybe they were spying Milroe too much.
Bobo's play calling.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out.
If I was a Georgia fan, that's what I would be mad about.
I could agree with that too, but I just felt like defense is getting tired after because they're not getting Milroe. The dude was eating the sandwich back there. I know he can run.
But he was tying his shoes.
Yeah, it was crazy. I felt like that killed us a little bit too. And I'm not that person to argue with calls. We lost the game. The only thing if I could go back and wish, and I said that plenty of times, was they could have reviewed the ball that was not caught.
So they reviewed it in the booth, just not on the field.
Yeah, why? That's why I don't know. That's why I don't understand.
Because the Alabama ran to the line and snapped the ball. Anytime something controversial in a critical moment like that.
And I blame that on Kirby.
Kirby Smart should have called the timeout.
I blame that on Kirby too. He should have called a timeout. If I'm him, you know what?
It was 50. It was 50. It was 50-50 on the call too, man. It would have been. It would have been.
I did think so too at first, but after watching it, I thought he didn't catch it. But that's just me.
He had firm possession when his knee hit the ground, and then he rolled over. The ball shifted a little bit, but it was a split second.
See,
it could have been a 50-50
I thought so
call.
Too, and then I thought so too, and then I rewatched it a few times. I thought he didn't catch it, that's just me. But either way,
even if they overturned that call, man, there wasn't but 80 seconds left in the half.
No,
and Georgia wasn't driving very well, I don't know if
Yeah.
they would have even gotten field goal range.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. That's the only thing, that's the only thing. Everybody wants to complain about other stuff and say the refs are against Georgia all the time. Yeah, there may have been a horse collar, but
It's every time Alabama wins, it's the
Yeah.
refs.
Yeah,
I'm sick of it. A lot of not you particular, not some certain Georgia fans that I know,
Yeah.
but to a lot of Georgia fans, it's the refs, and I'm like, it's 1-9. Georgia is against Alabama.
But like I
since
said,
Nick Saban's been
like
there.
you said though, the catch thing, you could have blamed that on Kirby Smart just like you could blame on the refs. So I mean,
Yeah.
or blame on the booth. I mean, you could blame
Well,
that.
Georgia has their own booth people to look at.
Yeah.
They could have called down to the field and told them to take a timeout
Yeah.
to review
No,
it even more.
if I was a Kirby Smart, I'd been running on that field throwing a headset at somebody.
He said it would have
before I
costed me a
that ball.
timeout, and I'm sitting here thinking that what better time to call the timeout than Alabama's driving?
Yep, I absolutely agree. But what do you say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you're talking about, Georgia fans saying, the penalties, whatever. One thing I can't stand, and it kind of pissed me off during this past weekend is all these Georgia fans. I know Chris ain't like this at all. I'm still a dog till I die. We won 20. Oh God! I mean, really, you lost. I mean, get over it.
We expect you to be a dog.
I just hate the post. I hate the post after. I hate the post after dog till I die. Okay, we lost. I don't want to hear that shit. Just fucking, we lost the game.
You won 2
Better
national
luck
championships.
next year.
Well, I mean, hell. I mean, you should be happy.
We lose. I'm on to watching the playoffs. I could care less. Honestly, I could care less about this Florida State game, to be honest with you. In my personal opinion, I'm more a playoff, whatever. But
Georgia can sit every starter. Every starter, 2 deep, can sit, and every starter from Florida State could start, and Georgia still beat them by 2 scores.
Yeah. Let's get into that a little bit. Let's get into a couple things. Is there any other games you guys want to talk about besides, any other championship games before we talk about a little bit about the reaction from the top 4?
Yeah, Troy putting it on App State.
Yeah, Bryson. I think we got that right. I don't know who else took Troy out of that, but I know
that was a good game. Shout out to Liberty and New Mexico State. That was a hell of a game going back and forth between the two offenses. Very nice to see.
The night games Saturday were just awful.
That was
bad. I mean, I thought Michigan game would have been worse, but damn, that Florida State losing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Night games came. I got on Call of Duty. I ain't gonna lie to you. I couldn't even watch it.
Hey man,
I watched
Louisville had their chance, dude. They threw that pass to that tight end in the end zone, and I thought he called it. I was like, that's it. That's gonna be it. I mean, I went to bed Saturday night thinking that Alabama wasn't gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that Alabama drug Texas into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because if Georgia wins, Florida State's in.
Do you think so?
Yes, I know so. They couldn't put Alabama in without putting Texas in. So Florida State needs to be mad at Texas.
Yeah. So why do you say that? Just curious. You say what?
I'm just saying, if Georgia beats Alabama, Florida State's still the 4th seed.
Why is Texas not there though? Just because Alabama's win doesn't look as strong.
No, that and they just went with the safe bet and just went with undefeated Power 5 champ. But you can't put the 1-loss SEC champ not going to go into the playoffs, and then Texas. Florida State should be mad at Texas, not Alabama.
That's what we'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, do you guys? So we're going to mention it here. Do you guys think the committee got it right, Josh? Your opinion? I mean, obviously, being non-biased Alabama fan, did you think the committee got it right?
I think they rode the fence. They went with 4 of the best / most deserving.
Why do you say that?
Because
/ most deserving.
Because they put Texas in, and they're most deserving because they beat Alabama. That's the only thing they're hanging their hat on is they beat Alabama. They lost to Oklahoma. They was in one-score games with Kansas State and another shitty Big 12 team. I mean, they put on a show against Oklahoma State, but so did
But do you think
UCF and
it would have been
South
wrong
Alabama.
if they'd have put Florida State at 3 and Alabama at 4? I mean, or either vice versa.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, they would much rather feel the wrath of Florida State than of Texas.
No.
So I mean, I heard on the radio today. I was listening to Atlanta Sports Talk Radio, and they were just saying Alabama drove Texas into the playoffs.
Well, I mean,
Because
Texas. Don't get me wrong. Oklahoma State's not good. Texas looked good in that game. They've looked good. They've dominated these last few weeks.
Yeah, they did look. They looked real good in that game. But like I said, you look back at South Alabama going to Oklahoma State and winning, 34-10.
I know it's a rivalry game, but you also, there's games you got to look at for Bama too, and Georgia. Georgia struggled in some games.
Sure.
Bama almost lost to a team that just lost to New Mexico State. People's got that argument, even though it's a rivalry game. I mean, Washington hasn't looked great every game.
They have, but
Michigan's had some struggles against Maryland. Everybody's had their struggles.
Oklahoma State's record is, and then Louisville losing to Kentucky wasn't that great for Florida State either.
I'll say my thing is do I think Florida State deserved to get in? Probably. I think they probably should have deserved to get in, but there is a 0% chance Florida State could have won the national championship. Zero.
Yeah,
you could say what you want. 0.
No.
What percentage chance? What percentage chance does Alabama have to win the national championship? There's a possibility. It's more than 0.
If Florida State's backup quarterback, Tate Rodemaker, against Florida, and I know that's a rivalry game.
If he would have dominated, they would have been in.
If he would have just passed for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns against Florida, and their third string quarterback, he could. I mean, that dude. You're not going to go into the playoffs running the Wildcat. Just not going to happen. And that's what they did to beat Louisville.
And Florida State's defense, don't get me wrong, Florida State's they got some good guys. And what's his name? The defensive end. I keep wanting to call him Curse. What's his name?
Verse.
I keep wanting to call him. They got a good defense, but
as far as your governor trying to get $1 million of taxpayer money from the state of Florida to sue the college football playoff for transparency, they got on national TV and told you why they chose who they chose. And I read an article earlier that it wasn't between Florida State and Alabama. It was between Florida State and Texas.
And that wouldn't have shocked me. I mean, it would have shocked me. Don't get me wrong. If Texas.
Texas lost week 6 against Oklahoma.
Yeah, they had the worst loss out of all of them. So.
They got the worst loss and the best win.
Yep.
And Alabama's got the best win and best loss.
Yep. Bryson, give us some thoughts.
I'll give you some thoughts. Does Florida State deserve it? 13-0. I'm sorry, 12-0, and winning the ACC. I mean, that's you kind of got to put them in for that. But at the same time, you want the best 4 teams in there. And in my opinion, I think the committee did it right. You can, I could still fight for the right that Georgia should have been in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's best 4 teams because I think Georgia got it run. I'm with Josh thinking about what he said. It's the most deserving / best 4 because if you're putting best 4 in, I still believe Georgia's there. I believe Georgia is over Texas and I mean maybe not over Texas, maybe over a couple of those teams could be over Alabama.
I think over Michigan. Yeah. Over Michigan. What's Michigan's signature win? What they win by 6 against Ohio State at home?
Yeah, I mean, you got to put. I mean, Michigan, they beat Penn State. They beat.
Watch what Ole Miss does to Penn State.
Yeah, we'll see.
Penn State ain't got no offense, man.
We'll see. So somebody must be very confident against Michigan in this couple of weeks.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm real confident. I'm just saying the weakest. Take Florida State out of the equation. The weakest of the 2 two left undefeated was Michigan, and they got this scandal. Man, who's to say in 2 years NCAA don't come down on Michigan and make them vacate all these wins?
Yeah. Bryson, what else do you have? What else were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying. I was telling some people, if Georgia loses by 3, I still think they get in. They lost by 3. I'm surprised they didn't. I could see them,
I
at
hope
the
your
fourth.
picture stays frozen like that the rest of the show. I'm sorry. You're frozen
Like
for
what?
me on mine. No, you're good. Keep going. I don't know if you're frozen for everybody else, but you're frozen for me.
Can you wave?
No, keep going. Keep going. Leave it like that. I think it's hilarious. Keep going.
Well, I didn't change nothing. Yeah. I mean, I thought Georgia loses by 3, they'll still get a chance to go win the playoffs. I still believe Georgia's one of the best 4 teams in the nation. I'm with Josh. I think Michigan is the weakest out of this whole 4. You beat Penn State and you beat a overrated Ohio
Who's
State.
Washington beat, though, besides Oregon twice?
Twice. When you beat a team like that the playoff committee considered the best one-loss team, they considered them the best one-loss team, and they beat them twice, and they beat them more convincingly the second time.
Who's those teams played, though, too? So, I mean, you could argue the same way.
The top 4 teams at the same time have been struggling all year. There is no real dominant.
Hey,
exactly. Hate to say it. There's no dominant Bama.
You can nitpick. You can nitpick all day long
by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Hey, I do want to say Georgia did lose by 3, but Alabama went into victory formation deep into Georgia's territory at the end of the game. So,
yeah, I mean, you could nitpick these teams all day long. I think any one of these teams have a chance to win the national championship. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see any of these teams holding the national championship. Well, I mean,
but you got 2 of the most winningest programs in football history playing each other in the Rose Bowl. There's going to be over 22 million people watch that game. There'll be over 22 million viewers for the Rose Bowl between Michigan and Alabama. Jim Harbaugh, Nick Saban, the 2 most winningest programs. And then, I think Texas has a little too much power on the defensive front. They got 3 guys on their defensive front that are first rounders that will wreak havoc for Washington and for Michigan or Alabama. I mean, to me, right now, Texas is my favorite. The pressure's on Alabama because of all this BS about Florida State not getting in. So I think the pressure's on Alabama.
I want to say this. I want to say this right quick. So we know those videos leaked of when Michigan realized they had to face Bama. I would be scared too, but the scariest thing about that whole thing is that whole Alabama team sitting in there, getting that 4 spot, and just doing that, not celebrating. They are coming to whoop some ass in this playoffs. I feel bad for Michigan. I hate to say it. I want Washington to win, but good God, Alabama is about to unleash a can of whoop ass on these 4 teams. I don't think.
I don't mean to disagree. Alabama, very talented team. Don't get me wrong.
Playoff Alabama is just built different.
Oh God. Anyway, I just don't think Alabama has the talent to go out and whoop ass. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe wrong. I think they can win in competitive games. I don't see them dominating any of these games. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. If they do, it'll be Michigan. If Michigan's a fluke, like Josh said. But I don't see any of these games Alabama dominating. I think it's going to be a dogfight either way, in my opinion. But
I think all 4 of these games are going to be fourth quarter games. At Michigan.
Oh, well, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Or Kentucky.
No, I'm rooting. No, she's talking about Michigan. I'm rooting for Texas. I got to tell you, I want Texas to win it. But anyway.
Listen, man, this SEC fan rooting for Texas.
I tell y'all all the time. Texas. I don't mind Texas. Bryson hates Texas. I root for Texas all the time if Georgia's out. I've said that before. If Texas don't win, I want Michigan to win. Nothing against Alabama. I've always
liked that big Yankee school.
I've always liked Harbaugh, former Niners coach. I mean, I've always liked him in the NFL.
I'm gonna do. I know me and Chris are big Barstool guys, and Big Cat put the over in that Georgia and Alabama game. I ain't got money like that, but I'm gonna make a decent bet on Washington. They're plus 700. I'm going to put somewhat a decent amount on them to win in the whole thing. I've been riding high on them all year. Versus Texas, it's going to be tough. Can they beat Bama? I don't think so. But
Why?
I'll
Texas is better than Alabama. Why?
I don't know.
If they can't beat
They
Alabama,
they were better than Alabama in week 2.
yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You're right.
Bama has been a different team. After in the beginning they looked shaky, but now these past couple of weeks they got back to their roots and they're looking tough.
I don't know. I still not a believer in Washington.
RMFT,
I'm a believer in Penix. I'm still. Don't get me wrong. Washington's defense was great that game. I still just.
And they
Well,
stepped up.
for the
storyline,
if it's an Alabama Texas rematch, there's so many storylines there.
Oh, it's Alabama Texas rematch.
You got
Go ahead, give it to Bama.
Steve Sarkisian going against Nick Saban again. The only assistant that can beat him twice. Could it be? We'll see.
I want Texas to win so bad. Anyway,
And it's in their backyard. It's in Texas' backyard. It's in Houston.
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh God.
Anyway, any other thoughts on that? If you have any Heisman thoughts, we got Heisman.
Jaden Daniels better win it.
What's the final four? Jaden Daniels, Penix, Bo Nix, right? And then
And Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Jaden Daniels. Bryson?
Jaden's going to get it, but I won't Michael. I really do. But Jaden's going to get it.
Yeah, I believe if you're going off.
Hey, and did I hear right that Carson Beck's coming back?
Maybe. I've heard
Vandergriff transferred to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Bluegrass.
God, could you I couldn't imagine Carson Beck holding a national trophy. I could never see it. Just look at the guy.
My wife said she can't even look at him. She's like, I wish they stopped putting the camera on him. That dude is he's hard to look at.
Yeah, he's kind of scary. He's a little ET.
I just can't imagine. I can't imagine him holding national. Don't get me wrong. Had a good season. He played well. He didn't play bad. It wasn't all his fault. We lost.
No, that play that Bobo called inside the 15-yard line.
Oh God!
And then he just, it's part of the play to kind of nonchalantly kind of turn away to where it looks like where you're trying to sell the play, but he turned around and that ball was on the ground. He just stood there, and I'm like, come on, man, you gotta get down there and try to get that ball, man.
Yeah,
and then he threw two balls that Alabama DBs dropped. One of them was a freshman that came in for Kool-Aid McKinstry when he got hurt, which he locked down and looked good, Amos. But one of them hit him right in the hands. It could have sealed the deal. Wouldn't have had me on the edge of my seat the last 2 minutes of the game. He threw a couple passes that were iffy, but he threw that long ball. It looked good. I thought that it would stretch the field more. I thought Bobo would call more plays and stretch the field more with that Rosemary, whatever his last name is.
Yeah, Rosemary Saint, whatever.
Yeah, whatever his name is, and stretch the field more. And also, Bowers shouldn't have been in there. Delt, you don't drop any athletic ability between those two. Bowers has more experience, but Delt, I blame that on coaching staff. McConkey shouldn't have been out there like he was. He was limping around. He wasn't good for the team. That wasn't good for the team. Those two guys being in the game wasn't good for the team.
I don't know what Bryson did. I don't know if you changed connections or what. You were slow as shit, but you're all right. As long as your mic's working, you're okay.
Hey.
Anyway, what's up, Samuel Wilkinson? What's up, brother? Who you got winning the national shot?
Dukes of Hazzard, baby.
Yeah,
Dukes of Hazzard.
Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah. Players of the week.
How do you feel? Hold on. How do you feel about that, Clay? Chris, with him, with him running Lab McConkey back out there after halftime limping.
Yeah, I believe they kind of try to force the ball to those guys, even Bowers and McConkey coming in. I wish to see some of the other guys, like you said, getting try to get them involved a little bit more, and it doesn't have to do that. But
I mean, I think it hurt them. I think it hurt them.
That's what I'm saying. You're trying to force it to those guys, kind of hurts. I like you talk about Bobo, whatnot. They have so much success, I feel, with the play action sometimes on first down, or throwing the ball on first down. I wish they'd do that a little bit more, throwing the ball on early downs rather than just handing the ball off the middle. Even against Carolina when we were down in that game, when me and Bryson went. I mean, sometimes they started throwing the ball a little bit more on the early downs and kind of had some success. They threw it over the top on first down a couple times. Kind of like seeing that a little bit more rather than running the ball so much and halfback draw on 3rd and 47, whatever we're going to do. But anyway, yeah. So what can we do? They'll be back though. I mean, Georgia's got the talent and they got the recruits. We'll be back. I mean, it's going to be interesting next year.
You got a tough schedule next year.
Tough schedule with the top 4, but it's going to be. And then we got the 12 teams next year. Going to be fun. But I'm honestly looking forward to these games, no matter what.
Well, also, I know y'all read this, but Florida State's athletic director, we could have had the 12-team playoff this year. They met last year to expand it, and it was a go to expand it for this year until Texas and Oklahoma said they were going to join the SEC, and then they formed an alliance to block the 12-team playoff.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And now, we could have a playoff with Georgia, Florida State, Oregon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Question:
Missouri.
Do you think they would have done that? Do you think they would have done that if this wasn't the last year? Do you think that Florida State would be in if this wasn't the last year of the playoff?
No.
You think they would?
They're just a different team, man. Their offense is abysmal.
Yeah. I was just curious. Samuel Wilkinson says Mississippi State News, new coach. Any thoughts? I mean, Josh, do you know anything about the new coach as far as
No, but I did see something about Ed Orgeron being the defensive coordinator at Florida.
Oh, really? Bryson?
Yep.
Is that true, Bryson?
There is rumor around town that him and the head coach from Liberty might be coming over being our offensive coordinator. So yeah,
are they gonna keep him from partying? He's gonna go to Gainesville and just party it up.
I mean, hey, Lane Kiffin found his punter. Maybe we could find something, at a party. Hey, 12 teams next year. Get 12th place, baby. That's all we need for next year. Little fun fact for y'all. Since November 26th, 2023, over 3,000 players have entered the transfer portal.
That's what I was gonna. That's what exactly was going to talk about.
Absolutely
Thoughts
insane.
On that?
I mean, I like it and I don't. I like it because it gives these kids a better chance to get more playing time. I mean, look at Cody Schrader, D2 transfer, goes to Missouri, starts tearing it up. I don't like it. It's like you're testing free agency, like NFL, which I hate that.
I mean, it's like these college coaches can play real life fantasy football.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I see the good and bad in it.
I mean, what's up with Ohio State's quarterback leaving like that?
Exactly.
Like,
what the hell?
Probably better for Ohio State. He wouldn't.
Is he forced to leave? And then
they needed to move on. They needed to move on anyway.
Listen, whoever gets that Washington State quarterback.
Oh God, Cameron Ward. Oh, he's good.
Yeah, Cameron Ward. Like, is he gonna come to an SEC school?
Who we got? Is this Brandon Walker in the chat? Mississippi State fan. Mississippi State is back 2024.
All right, Brandon.
Maybe they'll get Cameron Ward.
I heard their announcement of the new coach. I don't even know who he. Who was the new coach?
Well, I mean, you got Will Rogers that's been quarterback for Mississippi State. For 12 years
he's transferred
now.
too, hasn't he? Did he transfer? Or is going to transfer?
No, he's staying. He's done. He's done. He's been in college for 12 years. He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. Okay.
But what's funny is I think Bo has a year eligibility left.
Good God. Shout out JT Daniels retiring.
That's sad.
Shout out. Yeah, concussion.
Hey, shout out to Alabama's third string quarterback Ty Buckner that came from Notre Dame, entering the transfer portal as a lacrosse player.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
He's going back to Notre Dame to play lacrosse.
Okay, speaking of Notre Dame, let me get something straight right now. I forgot all about this.
Oh, hey, Brian.
Let's talk about bandwagons for a second. Go ahead, Chris. What are you about to say?
I was going to tell you, you might as well just take your picture off, dog, because you can't even see what you're doing if you won't.
Okay,
No, I can see him moving. He's moving around.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen, I ain't gonna call nobody's name Brian, but listen, you're a diehard Notre Dame fan. You got all these people transferring. I mean, on Facebook is an update every hour. Somebody transferring for Notre Dame. Listen, you got to stick to your team. I'll stick to my team. I mean, last couple years, I ain't gonna lie, it's been bad. It's the worst defense I've seen Florida have. But you don't see me, changing teams.
Whoa! I've seen you change plenty of teams. I've seen you.
Oh, no. No, not like this. A full-on reposting a video saying "Roll Tide Roll," absolutely ridiculous. That if I'm a Notre Dame fan and I saw that, disgrace, absolutely disgrace. I'll be pissed.
I'll say this. I could understand once his family member starts playing for Alabama. I can understand that, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet. He's going to be there. I wish him all the best, but he's not there yet. But then you can start rooting for him. But you got to still root.
You got. I'm sorry that nobody wants to play.
You got to root for both.
I mean, Rudy was a cool story. It's over.
But no, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If my cousin was playing for the team now, if my cousin was on Alabama, I wouldn't root for him yet. But once he got there, I'd probably root for him. I'm still rooting for the Irish. I mean, I would still root for my team as well, though. So. Anyway.
I'm a dog till I die. I hate, dude. I cannot. Dude, I can't. That.
Anyway, let's keep this going before we.
We're going players of the week.
Yeah, God, players of the week.
I wish Preston was here.
Yeah, what kicker we picking this week?
Watching.
Yeah, we have a Clemson soccer team. About their soccer team.
No, the reason I wish Preston was here because of my player of the week.
Go ahead. Who's your player of the week?
Will Reichert, the kicker for Alabama.
Oh, God. God.
Breaking the NCAA record. He is now the NCAA FBS all-time leading scorer.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I mean that's pretty good right there if you think about the history.
Let me give you a real player of the week.
The history of Alabama and their kickers.
Where's Ryan?
Give you a real player.
Roll Tide, baby.
Give you a real player of the week here. I'm going Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers. 4 touchdowns, 452 passing yards. Dominant win over Oklahoma State. I know Oklahoma State wasn't good, but Ewers played well that game. Got to give it to him. Bryson.
I don't have a player of the week. It's more of I guess position-wise. Shout out to Georgia and Alabama's offensive defensive line on both sides of the ball. I played lineman growing up for a little bit.
Oh God!
And this watching those two battle it out at the line was awesome to see. I mean, I thought they're duking it out. Like I said, it was awesome to watch that.
All right. Anyway, rant of the week. Anybody got a rant before we keep it going here?
This a dog till I die.
You just wanted to rant about
I mean that's all I really got. Dog till I die.
Yeah. Well, hey, let me tell you. I wasn't gonna rant about something, but all right. The 4 teams are picked. Let's stop complaining. Let's get ready for some good games. I mean, these games are going to be great. I'm hoping they're great. I mean, these 4 good football teams. I think, my personal opinion, I think anybody can win. And I just want people to stop complaining. Let's get ready for some football games. Let's get ready for the playoff. If you want to boycott the games, fine, go ahead and do it. You ain't got to post it on Facebook and tell me about it. You can just fucking don't watch.
They ain't gonna boycott no day.
Now, let me tell you this. Shout out to Florida State. Go to the website right now. Their whole website merch all is 30% off. If you didn't know that, I'm not lying. Whole everything merch.
Did y'all see that thing that I sent y'all? That guy that commented on that post. That was hilarious when he said, "You mean like you did against Louisville?"
Yeah. Samuel Wilkinson says bad weather tornado on date December Saturday 9 Saturday in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia.
What tornado Potential tornado weather.
Tornado potential. We're in Georgia, so
Yeah, well, I mean, a tornado ain't something that you can see on the radar when
Yeah.
like a hurricane. Tornadoes just pop up.
Just pop up randomly. It could be
You know
could
what
be
that
potential
means?
for.
It's probably potential
tornado.
for some bad weather.
There's
Yeah.
a freeze coming through Auburn.
Yeah, we get those a lot. Anyway, not as much. Anyway, what else do we have here? Josh, do you have our final records for the
Yes,
year?
yes, I do.
Preston's
yes, I
not here
do.
tonight, by the way. He is sick, so hope he
Well,
gets better. He didn't win. He didn't win this anyway.
He's
So don't
in
worry about
last
it.
place,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
while the Florida Gators are not bowling this year, we do have a Florida Gator who is a winner this year. He finishes up the year. He finishes up the last week at 5-5, which takes his record to 44-32. He is the winner of the C&BSports College Pick'em against the spread for the year. Congratulations, Bryce.
So we've had a different winner every year, right?
Yeah, I wanna. First of all, thank God. I want to thank my family. I piss excellence.
All right, Jim Harbaugh. Want to thank. He spent the first 2 minutes thanking God.
Buy Sports stocks right now. Invest in Bryson for next year. If you want to win games, you want to win money, buy some stocks.
Yeah.
All right, and Preston.
The only thing we need to buy is buy you a damn new internet connection and a new camera. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, and Preston didn't finish strong in the last championship week. He went 3-7, which brought his record to 34-42. And Chris, you went 5-5. You finished in second place, 2 games behind Bryson at 42-34. And I went 5-5 in my last week, and I finished at 37-39, 2 games below 500. My worst pick'ems yet.
So we had a different winner the 3 years we've done it. I think, right?
I think so.
We have. I think so. But yeah, that's the records. But we're gonna do the bowl weeks. The bowl pick them down the road. Anybody that wants to join, do you guys? So what did we decide? Do y'all want to do $10? Or y'all want to just do for free? Or we just
I think we should just do it for free.
I think so too. That's why I was debating on. So we're just gonna do it for fun. Anybody that wants to join, you can message me. Whatever. Next live stream start time will be at 8:00. We're gonna be here talking for the next hour or next little while for NFL in just a second. So make sure you stay tuned if you like NFL. But yeah. You can join. Anybody that wants to join, just message me wherever we can. We're doing the pick 'em. Anybody can win. It's
I joined, but when I joined, there was only me and you in there.
So. Yeah, everybody. I know Bryson Preston's going to join. Clay will join, and a few others. So it's just for fun, bragging rights. So if you want to join the pick 'em, have some fun picking some bowl games, we'll announce your name on here. Whatever. I ain't got no money. I'm broke. It's Christmas time. But yeah. Yes, 8 p.m. Samuel Wilkerson. We're going to do it. More than likely 8 p.m. sometime next week will be the ball because the games start the week after, right, Josh?
Yeah. And do you think we need to go on before, or do you want to go on like halfway through the bowls and talk about the people's record and maybe talk about the bigger bowl games coming up on the 30th? And
we'll see. Okay, so what I was going to do when we go through the bowl games, however we want to do it. I know I didn't want to do all the. I mean, we didn't have to do all the small. We don't have to do all the small games. I don't think. I think we should pick a set of games. I mean, nobody cares about these little games, in my opinion. But unless y'all want to do it that way, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. Either way, we're going to do something next week. Something will be on next week. Spurs up. Jason Locklear says Spurs up. Also, Bryson, your Wi-Fi is whack. Yeah, I don't know why. He should just go off Wi-Fi anyway. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do next week. Any thoughts? Army, Navy. Anybody got a pick in that game? We're not gonna.
Man, it's hard to pick that game.
It's gonna be a fun game, though.
I mean, there's been years where I thought Navy would just mop the floor with Army, and Army end up beating them.
The first time in forever last year or something. No, am I wrong? Somebody won? No,
that might have been a couple years ago.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Army. Hell,
yeah, I don't really know. Had Navy done pretty good this year, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
Navy. Navy's
always pretty
Bryson,
good. I know you're a fan of this game. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to connect my headphones. Big
To,
fan of this game. Really am. Spurs
to
up.
me,
Hey,
it's the best. It's the best rivalry game there is.
yeah. Shout out to Graham. Graham went to the game last year. He says very pretty cool, badass game to go to. Shout out to Locke. Yeah, go Army, beat Navy. Always been a big Army guy.
Hey, Jason
Spurs,
Love.
you got
Jason, I'm gonna. I don't know if you work with Bryson. I'm gonna need you to give him a raise so he can upgrade this issue here. Go ahead, Bryson.
Spurs up. Y'all. Decent season. I'm excited. Florida gets to play Carolina. I think it's BS that Georgia does not get to play Carolina next year. I don't agree with that. It's like a little border bash thing. But yeah, Spurs up, baby.
Yeah, give us some ideas too. We might do some in the offseason. I know me and Bryson was talking about doing some simulations for the bowl game for college
The big
football.
thing I
We
want to
might
do
that.
next year. I don't know how much it'll be, but I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Florida goes to Texas. I want to go to that game pretty bad.
What about when Georgia goes to Texas? That'd be a bigger game.
That'd be huge too. I'd go to both either way. But yeah. But yeah, appreciate everybody watching. We're gonna get, like I said, we'll do the bowl picks, some of the bowl picks next week, and figure it out from there. If you haven't joined, make sure if you want to join, you can join the bowl pick 'em on ESPN. We're doing it. Just or
I
comment.
gotta go take a piss. I'll be
Okay.
back.
You hear me?
You're good. Comment below if you want to join it. You can see it. I'm living. Hold on. What does he say? Samuel Wilkinson. I'm living. Sea tornado storm chaser.
Can you
Cool.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good. I had to switch my. Dude, this phone sucks. I mean, it was on 80, now it's on 8%, just like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, Storm Chasers. I love watching that show growing up.
But anyway, but yeah, like I said, make sure you join that, and we'll be back next week for college football for that. And
Spurs up, baby.
Actually, we're gonna get right into NFL here. I don't know why I'm in it, but we're gonna. I think we're just gonna. We were gonna stay live on this.
But hey, if you're still in here, a couple years ago, I think it was about a year ago, me and Chris did a gambling stream. We're going to be trying to get that in the works here soon.
We could do that. Shit, we can do it this weekend. I don't give a damn.
We want to try to do that again. He don't give a damn. Yeah, we'll do their gambling stream. Y'all know y'all come on with us so we play some of y'all's numbers on some games.
Wilkinson, we're gonna be live for another little while. I forgot we're about to do NFL.
Yeah, we're doing NFL. I don't know what I did this week. I hate to tell you. Once again, didn't watch NFL. I tried.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the Eagles and Niners game.
We're gonna wait on Josh. Yeah, I was actually out of town, but I did watch a good bit of the primetime games. But let's get into some of that while we're going off the college football topic here. Week 14 had a big week 14. Like Bryson said, Niners Eagles. Niners dominating the Eagles 42-19. Brock Purdy having a big game. Possibly MVP conversations. Bryson?
And Brock Purdy once again an excellent pickup by me. 4 touchdowns. Also had Deebo Samuel, another great game he had. I want to touch base. I did watch a little bit of the Cincinnati and Jaguars game. What was their quarterback?
Jake Browning.
Yeah. Dot Central. I mean, when I was watching, he was like 15 for 18. I mean, just dotting them boys up. It was pretty cool to watch.
He threw the ball to 9 different receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, he was dotting Jacksonville's defense up. I was kind of surprised. I told shout out to Joey. I don't know why he was asking me about DraftKings for some people, but I said, Brock Purdy and Devo. I'm sorry.
Why the fuck did he ask you? Why the fuck did he ask you?
I don't know, but I like this new camera angle.
Bryson, you might as well just turn that camera. Why Jesus. Anyway, Josh, what we were talking about before you hopped on, we just got in.
I heard y'all. Yeah, I can still hear.
42-19.
Yeah, I want to.
Do you think the Niners?
About it.
Go ahead. Do you think the Niners are the best team in football right now?
Yeah, they are looking good right now. They're looking real good, but I tuned out of the red zone and went primary to that game. But I was up real late Saturday night because I was all giddy and excited, and so I was up real late, and so I laid down in bed with the baby, and we were watching the game, and the Eagles drive down the field and settle for a field goal. And then they do it again, another field goal. And I knew then they were going to lose. I was like, I mean, if they could have got 14, if they could have been up 14-0, I think momentum could have stayed with them, and they might have could have won that game. But kicking field goals against 49ers ain't going to get it done. That ain't going to cut it.
Yeah,
And they look good, and I don't know what Jalen Hurts was thinking. He had all the time in the world in the pocket. Like, I don't know what he was thinking.
yeah. This team stays healthy, and if Brock Purdy plays to potential, I mean, this team's gonna be hard to beat, man. Last year, I still think last year if they didn't, excuse me, if they didn't lose the quarterback, I still think they'd have won that. They could have possibly, at least fought better in that game and possibly had a chance of winning a Super Bowl last year. I know the pass defense could struggle at times, but yeah, I definitely think this team's the best team in football. And Niners dominating the Eagles. Eagles got another big matchup this upcoming week as well. Also had the Chiefs fall to Green Bay 27-19. Bryson, you there? All right, Bryson's not here.
Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love lit it up, didn't he?
Yes, Jordan Love lit it up, and I like his size. I've always liked the way everybody's been down on him, and he hasn't looked good throughout this whole season. But I don't mind. I mean, I tell you right now, I'd much rather have Jordan Love than I would Derek Carr. Give me Jordan Love.
Watson's helping him out over there. That wide receiver.
Yeah, he's healthy now. He's got back healthy. Christian Watson's playing well. Romeo Dobbs. They got young tight end. They got the they're missing Aaron Jones and even coming out and beat the Chiefs. Josh, do you think it's time for the Chiefs should start worrying? I mean, they're not looking as good as past years, especially on the offensive end.
I mean, they look good in the beginning of or way through the season a little bit, but yeah, these past few weeks they haven't looked good. I don't know what's going on with Travis Kelce. He's not looking good at all. He's not really taking over the games like you have seen him in the past. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is there. I can't really pinpoint it.
Yeah, defense has been great. Offense hadn't fully been there. And I know this is a random player, but I think Jerick McKinnon. I think he's a big key of their offense that they could get back for dump offs and use him as a receiver. They just need some more weapons. I mean, they got all these guys that are average, but I don't know. I just something's not clicking, and teams are getting better too. Teams in the NFL, a lot of teams are getting better. But we'll see once come playoff times. We'll see if the Chiefs, they're still definitely going to be. They're still way, a couple games ahead of the division, so they'll still be in the fight. Definitely, they don't have nothing to worry about there. But we'll have to see as far as when it comes down the road. Bryson, any thoughts on the Chiefs? They lost to Green Bay. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, that's a tough loss for them. I didn't watch that game. But yeah,
Jordan Love playing well.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, coming off of Thanksgiving and just keep on playing great. I mean, keep it up for a young man.
Huh, gotcha.
Hey, is this the first?
My internet is just bad right now.
Yeah, I was telling you just go without picture, but go ahead,
Chris. Is this the first time? Is this the first time in the NFL we've had bye weeks this late in the season?
I don't know. Who has bye weeks this week? I didn't even really look. I just
Arizona's got a bye week. But like I don't remember any bye weeks.
I don't remember, but I think
after week 12.
Yeah, I want to say I could be wrong, but I thought
I think it's because they expanded the season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just because the season's 17 games now, so I think so too. But yeah, let's get into a couple more things here. Lawrence going down with injury. Bengals winning 34-31 in overtime after great performance from Browning. Lawrence coming down. They said he's timetable is to be determined from last I heard. Josh, any thoughts there? Thoughts on the game? Thoughts on Lawrence going down?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything else about his ankle, if he's gonna miss any time. I was watching the game, and Tyler Boyd, is that his name?
Tyler Boyd. Yep. Yeah, for Cincinnati.
That pass that he threw was the most elementary thing I've ever seen in my life. Why would they call that play when they were moving the ball on him? But when they threw that and he intercepted that ball, I thought it was over. I was like, that's it. Jacksonville's gonna get all the momentum, and that's gonna be a done deal. But no, they hung in there. Cincinnati did, and I don't know if Trevor Lawrence getting hurt, aided to them losing or not. But because Cincinnati was playing good, that Browning guy, I
felt like they had some smart play calls too. They were throwing the ball early. They kind of let the run come into the game a little bit. I don't know if they didn't expect them to throw the ball as much, but they were throwing the ball a lot. And then once they got to the goal line, they kind of just ran it in. They kind of just did the job and ran it in. So I think the play calling was very smart.
I think they're going to play a little bit stouter defense this week with the Colts. They're a little bit better on defense than Jacksonville is. Yeah. So we'll see what Cincinnati can do.
Yeah, I was just like I said, I was just really impressed with the play calling especially. I know the quarterback played great, but I think the play calling was great by the Cincinnati.
Except that double pass.
Yeah, except the double pass. Yeah, except the double pass. But yeah, Bryson, what were you saying?
Do we have any update on Trevor Lawrence's injury?
No, we were just saying it's to be determined as last time we heard.
Okay.
Bryson, any other thought? I know you said, I saw you text me earlier.
Yeah, I texted you during that game. I was like, dude, the man was dotting people up. When I was watching, I think he literally was 15 for 16. Then I kind of fell asleep, and I woke back up, watched the game a little bit more, and he just dotting it. Great game.
Yeah. Bryson, we are not lagging, by the way. I saw your text.
Okay. I don't know why, but y'all were like, I could barely.
Are you on Wi-Fi? Is that why?
Oh yeah, I've been trying both ways. I don't know why.
Gotcha. It's all good. It happens. Anyway, a couple other things.
It must be that tornado coming.
Yeah, I see that tornado coming. Any other games you guys want to discuss? Obviously we had way back Dallas and Seattle. That was a good game. Great.
That
game.
was a great game, man.
Chargers and Patriots 6-0. Goes to a shitty game. By the way, we get to see the Giants on fucking primetime one more time. I can't. Really. It's ridiculous.
Are you serious?
Yes, they're on primetime again. I can't remember when. I think it's.
Who are they playing?
It's on Monday. Oh, they're playing 2 Monday night games this week, and they're on one of them.
Who are they playing this week?
They are playing the Packers.
The Packers.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. No other games.
I got a game I want to talk about real quick. Was the Texans and the Broncos.
Yeah. I was going to mention that a little bit.
That was a real good game, and I was looking at the Texans' remaining schedule. Man, they could probably go 4-1 these last games.
Texans are good. I think they can beat it.
And I'm telling you, I think they can win their division.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. Especially Jacksonville now. Especially now having to go without Lawrence more than likely. Even though they got a good backup in Beathard, it's not bad. It's got some experience, but I think the Texans are a better team in my opinion. We'll see when it all.
And what a turnaround that would be.
The only thing that hurts them. Tank Dell's gonna be out. He's out for the season now, so that's a big loss for him. I know C.J. Stroud's been hitting whoever, but Tank Dell has been one of his favorite targets on the season.
Yeah, he has.
So if you have Nico Collins in these late weeks for fantasy, you're looking pretty good. I can tell you that right now because he's going. I'm sure he's going to continue to feed him.
A quick question. Talk about fantasy. Me beating Ray. Does that have any effect on y'all?
It just he probably won't get the first week bye.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Even though I lost, Josh probably won.
Clay. I beat Clay, and I told him Monday night. I said, "Man, you didn't set no defense."
Oh, I forgot.
And he said, "I'm gonna see if Jacksonville's defense available." And he looked, and they were. And he said, "Nah, I'm just gonna leave it because I don't want to drop nobody." So he left it. But guess what? Goddamn, Christian Kirk got hurt, but he scored me just enough to win. He scored me 3 points.
You would have
He
won
got
if
hurt.
you got Jacksonville's defense.
He would have. I don't know, but Jacksonville had a negative on defense.
Yeah, I don't know. I
They
know it was low
They
scoring.
might have had negative.
No, I think they got that interception. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he didn't pick up no defense. But if he would have put Jacksonville in there, I think he would have beat me because Christian Kirk left after the first catch.
Yeah, it hurts me because Tank Dell's now out for the season for our fantasy league. So looks like right now I didn't do nothing, but it looks like you, Andy, and Stu are up top at 9-4. Me and Clay and Ray are at 8-5. But the playoffs is already set. We got one more week till the playoffs, so I'm looking forward.
Yeah,
to
we're
it.
just trying to fight for the bye week.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get a bye week, but we'll see. We'll see what happens from
How
here.
does that work? A bye week, like
you just have a bye week?
But don't you need total points at the end of the season if you're tied?
I don't know. I think it just goes by whoever wins. I thought.
Are we doing winner take all?
No, I wrote them down. I'll have to give you the pricing later, but it was first, second, third. I think third gets your money back. Second, I think you like double your money, and then first, okay. I have it written down, but I'll let you know. I thought, yeah. But anyway, players of the week. Player of the week. You got a player of the week? Anybody? I got one.
I'm going Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I got two here.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Brock Purdy had a great game. MVP consideration there, even though I think Tyreek Hill should definitely. I think they need to start respecting Tyreek Hill just a little bit more. I think my personal opinion, Tyreek Hill should be the MVP right now.
I think so.
I mean, I really think so. I mean, the dude Waddle. You got to think Waddle.
It's a quarterback award, though, man.
It's bullshit. That's what that is. It's bullshit. Waddle has done not much this year, and Tyreek Hill has just been lighting it up every week. Yep. It's just ridiculous. I had two. I had Jake Browning, who went 32 for 37, 354 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in the overtime win. It's the Jaguars. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sick. And I also had tight end Sam Laporta, rookie who destroyed my New Orleans Saints. 140 yards and a touchdown. Saints.
He just kept on and on. I'm gonna go with Deebo Samuel because I had him on my team in my other league, and he's the one that pushed me over the top to win.
I believe Deebo had 3 touchdowns. Yeah, had a bunch of yards. Everybody talking trash in that game. Some people getting ejected. Whatnot.
Hey, so I fell asleep, and you had texted. I had texted you and said, "Here they come back," talking about the Saints making a comeback. Did they switch quarterbacks?
Carr got hurt.
What'd you say?
Carr got hurt.
You said, "Here he comes."
I was talking about Jameis. Yeah, Carr hurt I think it was his wrist. Jameis came in. Wouldn't have mattered. I mean, it may have mattered. I don't know.
I mean, it would have mattered. I mean, I wish they would have covered. They were so close.
Yeah. No, I wish so too. I wish they'd have won the damn game, but we can wish.
They lost by 5. They lost by 5. We picked them with 4.
I'm tired of seeing it, man. The offense is terrible. Offense is so bad. I still think A.T. Perry's talented, and they don't. He's getting 1 catch game, and I don't know. Well, anyway.
Hey, big game for the Falcons and Buccaneers this weekend.
Yeah, big game. Definitely big game there. Yeah, I think that's it before we get into the game records. Josh, you got the records for the week.
All right, so I am very excited to say that this is a very, very tight race. I have let loose of the lead that I had. It's down to 1 game lead now. I went 4-9, which brings my record 102 and 91. You went, Chris, 7-6, which brings your record to 101 and 92. Bryson, you went 5-8. Your record is 101 and 92.
Oh,
Clay went 7-6. His record is 102 and 91. So me and him are in first place. Y'all are in second place.
Literally 1 game.
1 game.
Wow. This is wild.
That's crazy. So we got to think long and hard about our picks.
I just want Bryson to lose. That's all. I'll be honest with you. I just want Bryson to lose.
Oh, he can't win both of them. He can't win both of them.
He can't win both of them, man. He doesn't even watch games.
It's a shame. I started off pretty bad for 3 weeks. I can't believe I ain't gonna give you no shout out of me fighting my way back up to the
you've
top.
done great. It's just luck.
You've done wonderful,
right. The
man.
Broncos are on the downturn.
This is your worst week at 5-8 in like 4 weeks. Like you've been, let's see, week 10 you went 6-8, week 11 you went 9-5, and last week you went 13 week 12 you went 13-3. So,
see, peace out, Samuel Wilkinson. See you later. Anyway.
He's chasing storms. He's storm chasing.
Yeah, storm chasing. Hey, that'd be fun as shit to do. It'd be scary.
Yeah, it would, dude.
Anyway, let's get into the games here. We got a lot of games, so let's go to another awesome primetime game. We really want to see this game. I mean, damn, who's going to score in this one? The Thursday night football, Patriots at the Steelers. Steelers favored by 6.5. What's the word on? Is there any word on Pickett? I hadn't looked. I know he went out. Let's see.
All right. I just want to give props to New England's defense.
Yep.
They have held opponents to 10 points or less in the past 4 games and not won one of them. First time that's happened since I think they said since the mid 70s that a team has held their opponents to 10 points or less and went 0-4. I mean, come on, man. Their defense has got to be playing, lights out to do this.
So it looks like sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off. Just want to let you know for the pick. Looks like Pickett won't be available Thursday's game. Patriots after undergoing successful tightrope surgery to address the right high ankle sprain. So it looks like it's going to be Mitch Trubisky in the 6.5 points Pittsburgh's favored by. So, Josh, who you got this one?
Man, I'm going to take is it in Foxborough?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, man, 6.5. I mean, can the Patriots even score?
Yeah. 2 tough defenses. I take the under in this game, but I don't know.
Is it going to be 6-0? Is it going to be 10-0? Shoot, man. Patriots they don't know who their quarterback is. I will say
it looks like Stevenson's out for this game too, so that's a big key kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I might start Zeke Elliott then. But you know, it's hard. It's hard to start players that are on shitty teams.
Yeah,
I hate doing
not against good Pittsburgh defense, but Pittsburgh has struggled, I believe, against a run sometimes. The over/under in this game is 30. So.
All right, I'm going to go with shit, man. I hate to pick against the Patriots because they've lost so many in a row, and their defense has been playing good. Give me the Pats. Give me the Pats plus 6.5.
Bryson, who you got in this one?
I'm going Steelers. Trubisky's time to shine.
Yeah, I really don't think Trubisky's that bad. I just, like Josh said a minute ago, I don't know if the Patriots are going to score, and I think the Steelers defense will score in this game. So I'm going to take the Steelers minus 6.5. I think they win at least by a score in this game. Let's go to the next game. Let's go and by the way, Steelers coming off a loss against the Cardinals. That was a big loss.
I got to get with Clay so he can send his picks. He sends them late.
Yeah, I forget to remind him too. I talked to him the other day, but
I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah, but like I said, Steelers coming off a big loss against Cardinals. After that game was delayed like 50 times due to the storm, but
yeah, that was crazy.
That was weird, but and I think the Patriots are trying to lose at this point, so can't score. But let's get into the 1 p.m. games here on Sunday. Good game we have here. Texans at the Jets. Texans favored by 6.5. Jets don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. I'm guessing Zach Wilson's coming back this week. It looks like they're waiving Tim Boyle, who was the starter. They're going to cut him. So don't know what's going on there. Bryson, who you got in this one? Texans 6.5. Jets at home. Who you taking?
Yeah, I'm going. Oh man, Is Zach Wilson starting?
Looks like Zach Wilson is going to start from what I saw.
Give it a Cougar Hunter. Zach Wilson going Jets.
I'm going with Bryson too. I just think the Jets need this game. I don't know how much it's gonna matter because I don't know. I don't know if it's going to affect their playoff chances or not. And I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't know. And I also think C.J. Stroud, he's a great quarterback, but he can throw some turnovers. He can throw some picks. So I'm going with the Jets. At least keep it close here.
I'm going with the Texans.
Texans -6.5. Next game, let's go to the Lions. Lions up and down. Look great some weeks, not so good others. At the Bears. Lions favored by 3.5 in this one. I'm taking – I'll lead us off here. Bears are at home. Divisional game. I believe this game was close last time. I don't know. I think the Lions keep it rolling here. I'm going to take the Lions to at least win by a touchdown here. I think they could get the run game going. Excuse me while I blow my nose, but Josh, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions as well. The Lions are similar, not as bad as the Chargers on the up and down. Like, who are we getting when they take the field? But I think the Lions get it done. I look for their defense to have a good day.
Yeah, I'm also going Lions here. I like Jamar Gibbs. Is it David Montgomery, the other running back?
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty natural combo in the backfield. I'd like that you just said, Josh, get the run game going. I'm going Lions.
Lions.
And this break is brought to you by Moody's Tire Service. If you're in the area,
it's brought to you by
in
Kleenex.
the area, Moody's Tire. Yeah.
Moody's Tires and Kleenex. Can't nobody hear you.
He's getting pissed.
Yeah, it's okay. Calm down.
Number 6. No.
No noise. You dropped your mic, and then we couldn't hear you after that.
Yeah.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. Who did you take this one, Josh?
I went with the Lions. I think they keep it rolling. Like I said, they're not as bad as the Chargers on the wishy-washiness. Those are the two most wishy-washy teams in the NFL, the Chargers and the Lions. The Lions ain't as bad as the Chargers, but I think the Lions keep it rolling. I think their defense has a good game. I think they get the run game going. I'm going to go with the Lions, and Bryson went with the Lions as well.
Okay. Let's go to the next game. We got the Rams at the Ravens. Ravens favored by 7.5. Josh, who are you going with this one?
I am definitely taking the Ravens coming off a bye week. They're in my top 5 NFL. They're top 5 NFL team. I'm going to take them -7.5.
Bryson, who you got in this one?
I'll go with Baltimore.
I'm going to take the Rams here. I know the Ravens been good. Ravens are at home, like I said, bye week, but they've been kind of hot. They're putting up some points. I don't know. I just feel like they can put up points. I know Cooper hasn't done too much. Puka, it's been good, but I just feel like they can keep up with them. I feel like the Rams are kind of one of those teams that could stay in it, and I just don't see the Ravens beating them down. I see Ravens beating down really, really bad teams. I don't think the Rams are really, really bad. So I'm going to take the Rams to keep this within a touchdown. Let's go to the next game.
34-20. 34-20 Ravens.
34-20. I could see it. I could see it somewhere around there, but we'll see. Let's go. I'm not the Ravens guy. So Panthers at the Saints. Saints favored by 5.5. Let me lead this off here. Saints shouldn't be favored by 5.5 by any team in the National Football League. But I'm going to take the Saints. I don't know why I keep doing it, but I'm just going to take them here. Maybe they can keep Kamara keep going. and force some turnovers from Bryce Young because he hasn't looked too good. But yeah, I don't know why I keep doing it. Let's hope they can score here. Probably not. Probably going to be a 3-point game because it's a divisional game, but taking the Saints. Josh, who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints as well. Even though I took the Bucks and had them as a lock last week, it's -5.5 against the Panthers, and the Panthers lost by 3. I don't know what happened in that game. Like I said, I didn't watch the Red Zone too much. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints here to try to, stay in contention in the division.
Bryson.
Yeah, I'm going Carolina. Hubbard had a decent game last week.
Probably
Give me
good
Carolina.
Decision. Probably a good decision, to be honest with you. Let's go to the next game. Colts at the Bengals. Colts favored by 1.5. Bryson, let us know who you got in this one.
What was that? You broke up. What was that line again?
Colts at the Bengals. Colts favored by 1.5.
Give me the Bengals.
Got the boy
Browning.
Browning.
I like Browning. He had a good game last week. Knocked them up. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, Colts are a great team. I mean, not a great team. Colts fighting for a playoff spot. Bengals at home. I'm gonna keep it rolling with the Bengals as well. Josh, who you going with?
Man, I picked up Browning because Kyler Murray's off. So I hope he has a decent day. I don't expect him to have the day that he had against Jacksonville. Because like I said, the Colts got a little bit better of a defense. It's in Cincinnati. Didn't you say it was in Cincinnati?
Yes.
Yeah, for that reason only, who day, I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Next game, we got the Buccaneers at the Falcons. Big game, like Josh said. Falcons favored by 2.5 in this one. Josh, are you gonna rise up, or what you gonna do here?
Woo! When I seen that Kyler Murray was off or whatever, I was like, man, I need to pick me up a quarterback. Well, I went and because apparently the Buccaneers secondary is not that good.
Nope.
They had Ritter supposedly 14 or 15 points or whatever, and then I seen Browning and I picked up Ritter first, and then I went back and I picked up Browning just because this is a divisional game and it's going to be tight, and I just don't trust Ritter. I don't trust him, but I do think the Falcons defense can keep them in this game, and I think they win by a field goal. So give me the Falcons -2.5.
Gotcha. Falcons -2.5. Bryson, who you going with in this one?
Yeah, give me them Dirty Birds.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Take the over and Robinson touchdown.
Robinson touchdown. Okay.
Or safety.
Yeah.
He got that safety against them Jets when they was back there on him.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Falcons as well. The Falcons defense is still not bad. I think it's going to be a 3-point game, but I think it can be a 3-point game, but I think it's going to be in favor of Atlanta. Atlanta wants to keep this going. Buccaneers they're still fighting with them, but I think Atlanta's the better team in my opinion. So give me the Falcons. Let's go Jags at the Browns. Browns favored by 3.5. Bryson, who you got in this one? Lawrence is out.
He's out.
Give me
Lawrence is not going to play.
Duval.
I don't think. I don't think Lawrence is going to play.
Yeah, I don't see him playing. And the Browns secondary is good, man. They got a good. I don't think it would matter to me if he was playing. What's the Browns favored by?
3.5. Who you got in this one, Josh? Taking the Browns?
Yeah. Who'd you take, Bryson?
Duval, Jack.
Yeah,
you taking Jags?
Yes, sir.
I'm just not sure about this game. The Browns haven't looked too great the last few weeks. I know the defense has been there. Who they going with at quarterback? I don't know. I guess Joe Flacco still. They have Joe Flacco, probably. Browns definitely need a win here. I just think it's going to be a 3-point game either way. So I'm going to take the Jags plus points. Next game, let's go Seahawks at the Niners. Niners favored by 10.5. I'm going to go ahead and lead us off here. A divisional game. I know the Niners at home. taking the Hawks. I know it's probably a wrong pick, but I just always like these games to be close, so taking the Hawks. Josh, who you taking?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks as well. I think that's a lot of points, and you got the Seahawks main running back coming back too.
Yeah,
He's healthy.
Walker.
Kenneth Walker's healthy. I think they're going to need him bad, so I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Bryson.
And an emotional win for the 49ers, maybe having a little letdown.
Yep. Bryson.
Seahawks was keeping it close last Thursday with the Cowboys. I don't see it with the Niners, so give me the Niners.
Gotcha. Let's go to the next game. We're going to the Vikings at the Raiders. Vikings favored by 3.5 here. Bryson, who you got?
Give me the Vikings.
Going with the Vikings. Josh Dobbs. They're coming off a bye week right now. Or did they play somebody?
Yeah.
Bye week?
Yeah.
I think both Raiders are too, or no?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think
I'm taking the Raiders at home here. I just think, like I said, I think it's going to be one of those 3-point games. With the new coach, Vikings really haven't looked great, and the Raiders have looked better with Pierce being the head coach. Devontae Adams, I believe they'll continue forcing the ball. Justin Jefferson, I don't know what the word is on him. I think he's still not going to play, I don't guess. So give me the Raiders. Josh?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Going with the Vikings. Next game, let's go. Great game here. It's kind of interesting. Bills at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 2.5. Josh?
It is kind of an interesting game. Both are having a little bit of a letdown season. The Bills are having, I think, a worse season. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs minus the 2.5.
Yeah, this is a tough game for me. Chiefs want to win this game. Chiefs want to win this game, but the Bills really, really need this game to have a shot at the playoffs. I know it's at the Chiefs. I don't know. I think the Bills need this to have any shot. So I think the Bills are going to do everything here. So I'm going to take the Bills. Bryson.
I agree with you 100%. Give it the Bills.
I'm going to go with the Bills as well. Let's go next game. We're going the Broncos at the Chargers. Divisional game here. Chargers favored by 2.5. I'm going to make it simple. I just think the Broncos are a better team, so I'm taking the Broncos. Josh.
Broncos plus 2.5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I just don't know what Chargers team is going to take the field.
Yep.
I'm so sick. I'm glad I'm not a Chargers fan because I'm just as a football fan, I'm just sick of them taking the field looking like the damn Panthers one week and then looking like the Cowboys another week. Like, what are you?
Yeah. Bryson, are you riding? Are you getting on the ride again or no?
They didn't look too hot last week, but that's last week. This is a new week. We keep on riding, baby.
Ride again. Let's go to probably the game of the week here. Sunday Night Football. We got the Eagles at the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 3.5. Bryson, who you got in this?
Yeah, Eagles bounce back in this game. No problem. I know Dallas got a very good defense out there, but give me the Eagles.
Josh. I'll go ahead and give you my pick if it's going to make
It's not going to make no difference. You're going to take the Eagles?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles just because 3.5 points. And I'm not a Cowboys guy. Cowboys been hot, and last week it was close. I don't know if the Eagles are as good. I think the Cowboys are the better team. I'll say that. I think Cowboys are a better team, but I don't know. Coming off that embarrassing loss,
that's what's making me want to pick the Eagles. If the Eagles would have lost by 3 or if they would have won against the 49ers, I'd be all over the Cowboys
This is a divisional game, too. I mean, I got to take the Eagles here.
Oh, man. I want to take the Eagles, man. I can see something similar happening that happened Sunday.
But I could also see it happening the other way, too. I could see the Eagles blowing them out, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, man. Give me that guy that has all those interceptions for touchdowns for the
Bland.
yeah, he kind of got exposed that last game, didn't he?
Yeah.
That they played. I think they're gonna pick on him again. I think they're gonna line him up with Devontae Smith, and yeah, I think they're gonna pick on him again. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Going with the Eagles. That's an Eagles sweep, depending on what Clay does. Let's go to the Monday night games. We got 2 Monday night games this week. Going back to the 2 games here. It's gonna be the Titans at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 13.5. I'm just gonna make it easy. I know it's a lot of points, but I'm just gonna take the Dolphins. I think they're a better team. Titans, I'm not a fan of. So, Josh.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins. I don't know if one of the main reasons I'm taking the Dolphins is that Tennessee had the opportunity to keep their playoff hopes really in good shape, and they lost this past weekend. So I don't know what they got to play for. I don't know if Derrick Henry's going to be playing. They were talking about a concussion protocol, but then his coach came out and said that he wasn't in concussion protocol. So, and he's usually serious about it. Vrabel is. So I don't know. I just don't think the Titans have a lot to play for here, and so I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Gotcha, Bryson.
Yeah, I'm going with Dolphins. I'm rooting for Tyreek Hill to get that 2,000 yards, and I'm rooting for him to be MVP.
Is he not on track for that? Is he still on track for that? I think.
Yes, he's like 600 yards away.
Yeah. He'll get that. Anyway, next
be the
game.
be the first receiver ever to get 2,000 yards.
That's right.
God,
that's crazy.
Be MVP, man. Please give the man the MVP. Just do it. I mean, there's no outstanding quarterback this year, really. I mean, they've all been good. A lot of them been, good.
But if he gets 140, 150 yards this week, yeah, I think he can do it. But we ain't never had 18 games in a season before either.
Oh no, you're right. But I just think personally he's not carrying that team. But Waddle really hadn't done much this year.
No, but Mostert, what I think Mostert leads the league in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. I mean, team's been good. Next game, let's go. Final game here. Packers at the Giants. Giants on, like I said, primetime once again. At least it's not a solo primetime. Packers favored by 7.5. I'm going to take the Giants here. I think this is a closer game. I know the Packers had a big win. I think they come back to life. Giants at home here. Give me the Giants. Josh.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers, even though I think, the Giants can get their run game going. Is Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones is still out, right?
I believe so. I'm not 100%.
That might hurt the Packers a little bit. But I think the Pack gets done. I think they win by 10 over the Giants.
Bryson.
I'm going Giants. I think 7.5 is too much. I can see Packers winning this game by 3 to 4.
3-4. Gotcha. All right. Locks of the week. Anybody got a lock of the week? I will. I didn't write one down. Let's see if I'm going to take.
Oh, shoot. Former Jags employee accused of stealing over $22 million.
I saw something about it. I just clicked on that. I didn't know what it was. That's wild.
Hey, I got a bold prediction and a lock of the week that Josh Welcher's NFL picks goes 15-0. 15-0 for the week.
No, you won't go 15-0. You already missed the Packers when Giants are gonna beat the Packers.
No, Giants ain't gonna beat the Packers. My lock of the week, I'm gonna go with
and you got this one wrong too. I'm going the Raiders over the Vikings.
I'm going the Ravens over the Rams, -7.5. And you're going with the Raiders over the Vikings.
I don't want to go. That's my lock. I guess, yeah. I don't know if I feel
What's your lock, Bryson?
Oh God,
Jersey Jerry.
God bless America. I'm sorry. Damn light just fell. Anyway, go ahead, Bryce.
Let's ride. Go with them Broncos.
I can't go with Broncos this week. Jersey Jerry would be proud of me. Pats ain't got no offense, so give me Steelers 5.5.
6.5.
That's six and a half.
I'm sorry, 6.5. Sorry.
Gotcha. Well, that's gonna do it for the
Oh,
NFL.
we got a chat. Who's in the chat?
Oh, that was earlier, I think.
That was Bryson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was him earlier. But anyway, yeah. Like I said before, make sure you join the college football pick'em. I know we mentioned that earlier. Getting ready for fantasy football playoffs as well. A lot of good NFL games this week. A few weeks left in the season. Season's going by way too fast. I hate it. But, what can we do? But a lot of great games this week. Looking forward to it. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatnot. Appreciate you watching. Peace.
There you go.
All right, man.
Watching live.
I'll text y'all through the week. I'm
Deuces.
gonna get Clay to text